this won't be the last time Democrats attempt to assassinate Trump. And I do believe this shooter was a Democrat, even though he was registered as a Republican, because he actually donated to a progressive organization that supports Democrats. I have no idea why he would registered as a Republican and donate to the Democrats, but that's a whole nother issue. I do believe there's going to be more attempts on Trump's life. I talked about it last night when I was covering it live. They tried to assassinate his character. That didn't work. They tried lawfare and try to bankrupt him. That's not working. So their last attempt to get rid of Trump is to assassinate Trump physically. They're trying to assassinate Trump, and so I don't think they're going to stop. Hopefully he gets more protection. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon, and that's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. All right, so let's talk about this news now. This comes from the Federalist, Eddie Scarry. He reports that it shouldn't be news by now, but if it is, these people aren't playing games. They're evil. These people really are evil. As of this writing, there's little to say about the assassination attempt against the former president, other than thank God he's reportedly okay, and deep condolences to anyone at the Trump rally in Pennsylvania who may have suffered serious injuries, and I second that. During a campaign rally on Saturday in Butler, Pennsylvania, video footage shows Donald Trump being struck by something, a bullet, while shots rang in the background and Secret Service agents huddled to protect the former president. He was ultimately carried off stage while pumping his fist into the air, and y'all know I was covering that live last night when it was happening. I just happened to been reading an InfoWars article where they had a live feed. They had a live feed to the rally, and so I just clicked on the live feed, and it was like probably about 4 minutes after President Trump was shot. That's when I was watching, and I was like, what is going on here? I was so confused. And I was like, oh my God, Trump been shot. So I immediately hopped online and went live to cover it. Probably, like I said, it's probably about 4 minutes, maybe 5 minutes after he had been shot. But as this relates to the election, it certainly does. This was predictable. Democrats and anti-Trumpers have spent the past 3 years calling the political opposition a life or death threat. They claim they'll be in prison and people will die if their position gains power, while they themselves attempt to imprison and now kill the opposition. This is how Marxism works. These are Marxist tactics that they're using. But they called him a fascist. They called him a dictator. They called him Hitler. Literally the front page of New Republic magazine, still influential in Washington, believe it or not, this month portrayed Trump with a tiny mustache to drive home the point. I mean, these people are despicable. They are the real evil ones. The vertigo you're feeling is normal. We don't know yet much about the motives of the shooter. Perhaps he was simply insane, though it's doubtful. If he turns out to be politically motivated, there's nothing confusing or inexplicable about this, even as news anchors will surely say in the coming days that we all bear blame. We don't all bear blame. This is one side acting out in fatal violence, just as they did through 2020 and just as they did after Trump was elected in 2016. Y'all forget about that. Don't forget the Democrat voter who shot up a baseball field of recreating Republicans in 2017. See, and remember the media act like that, like it wasn't like that wasn't a big deal. Hitting a congressman and others because he said he hated Donald Trump. After the first debate, after the following weeks in which Joe Biden assured no Democrat that he's capable of carrying the party to November, the stakes have never been higher. We always knew this would get ugly, severely so. I mean, no one is shocked that this happened. and that's sad that they didn't give him. They turned down the protection that he needed. They asked for more protection, and they turned him down. And now look at this. But there are still another 3.5 months to go. Things are about to get much worse, unfortunately. What will they do next? Trump has to be protected at all costs. We can't let this happen again. We know they're gonna try to do this to him again. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe, and check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.